Alright guys, so what I've got here is the filament box that is housing my Sentinel kit. So we'll go ahead and open it up. I know that I've already peeked in the box, so I know that there's some personal information on the top of the package, so I'm going to have to kind of fandoogle this to avoid giving that out. Can we do this? Can we do this? Hey, alright. I just don't want to give away Anthony's personal information. But what I've got here is the kit itself. Ooh, pretty. So it looks like we've got the new extendable stock. We've got, this looks like the barrel shroud. This is going to be the jam door, also attached to the new priming lever, which this is really cool. It's interesting. I would not have thought of it as being such a sturdy piece, but it really seems to be. Yeah, give that a good squeeze. It's not going anywhere. So clearly the weak point is going to be when you attach the priming handle to the old lever. That weak point will be at that attachment, but we've got some nice hardware here to do the attaching, so not such a big deal. I, in the past, fans of my channel and fans of my Facebook group, I usually rubber dip those, so this will be an interesting one. I'm excited to see. But this will be our jam door. This will replace this guy up here, which will require some shell cutting, but I'm okay with that. Here's a personalized jam door, which that's super sweet. That's going to be cool. Definitely going to use that on a Sentinel. He also sent me a couple extras. Looks like we've got a plain one and a slotted one. So that's super sweet. Like I said, here's a barrel shroud. Here is the Sentinel Union side plates. So, how's that for a slice of immortal dopeness? This is kind of cool that this is all in orange, because my loadout, I tend to do all orange stuff just to kind of prove a point, or I don't know, to make a stance known that I think that toys should look like toys. But beside that, the Sentinel Union is a Sentinel fan group on Facebook, and that is the logo in the center there. So this is like official. That print is really nice. Somebody else, I think, had tried to, might have been Fowler, that printed one on that file and just did not get a great result. I don't know if it's through any fault of his own, or just maybe the printer, or I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Looks like we've got a mag release lever here. He sent me 2 of these, or these may be different ones. They look like they're the same, but there's 2 of them in there. Oh, here's some personalized Sentinel Union. That'll replace these side plates here. Looks like I've got some gluing to do. Man. So that's pretty sweet. Anthony thought of it all. Get these doors out of the way. So here is the extendable stock, and we'll get into all the operations of this after the build, but that's the stock. These are the bolts that go on the side to tighten. Man, he really put a lot of work into the design. We've got a nice little foam pad for the back of this extendable stock. That just looks cool. Looks like we're going to dial this. Yeah, everything about that sweet, and that's going to secure just fine. I probably will need to drill some guide holes, or I guess I should say I'm positive I'm going to need to drill some guide holes. Looks like we've got a Picatinny style rail. I don't know if this is going to allow for Nerf attachments, but definitely Picatinny stuff. In this rail, looks like it will attach together with this other rail, but maybe not. Maybe I'm you know, a lot of this I'm just going to kind of have to figure out as I go. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to go. So that'll be definitely, after doing a little research on that, that'll be in the build video. So yeah, looks like we've got a really comprehensive, well put together kit here. I really like this packaging, this attention to detail. You know, the files for this stuff is available, and that's how you're going to be able to get your hands on it. And there are a few other people out there that are printing this stuff with Anthony's permission, but he's actually not selling any of this stuff as is. So I don't know, I feel really fortunate to even get my hands on this, because there's not going to be a lot of these kits made. This one was, I think, specifically made for me and the channel, and I am super grateful for that. All of this stuff is really neat looking, and it's just packaged so very well. I am, man, trying to get this all together again without giving out his personal information, but hoot nanny, this is really good stuff. Looks like, for the most part, what am I forgetting? Forgetting something. Oh, I guess that probably fits there. This all fits here, and that will be there for tomorrow when I start this build and put this all together. So that's the explanation of the kit. Alright, so what I've got is the kit that Anthony gave to me. Here's also a kit that's a little fancier that Ben purchased. Obviously mine is very neatly packed. Ben's is, Ben Chapman haphazardly thrown together, as he is wont to do. So what we've got going on is we're going to prep this one Sentinel, and there's another one too. These are going to get a layer of vinyl dye, and then automotive enamel, and then hydro dips. Duke, what you doing?
Fucking kissing my film.
What you doing, dude? Just blowing that film kisses.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
It's literally the worst time for you to
What
start
are we
filming.
doing? Alright, Duke, what you doing?
Well, I was just giving my film some kisses so there's no air bubbles in between the film and the water. I'm going to spray some activator on here, and you kids at home, hold your breath, because this stuff is pretty potent.
Oh, it's just a toxic death cloud. My least favorite part of the whole thing. Oh, it's coming right for me, too. Oh.
So a couple seconds later, your activator will spread out your film, and you'll be ready to dip. It looks like my film is a little short, so I'm going to have to pull and drag it, but we'll make it work. That didn't work at all, actually.
Taking apart Sentinels is something that I've gotten really proficient at, enough that I thought for a second at least I could probably get away with taking apart with one hand, because right now all I'm doing is loosening screws. So we've got the one hydro dipped, and then this one will get taken apart and sanded, vinyl dyed, and then I will be using a gold automotive enamel to do the undercoat for the hydro dipping.
Mr. Steven, the accountant at H&R Block.
Ooh.
I didn't dip the very end. Or up here.
Ooh.
We'll see what washes away and what doesn't, but what does wash away should have cryptic underneath it, so.
Nice.
So
Ooh, ooh.
I'll have to rubber it again.
Got that Sentinel looking real cute, though.
It's your big cousin Duke!
So, now that these are dipped and clear coated and dry, we are going to start putting on the detail things from this kit, from these two kits. Ben's is up here. His has got a scope. Mine does not. The only pieces that we're not going to use from the kit is we're not going to use these handle primes. Not necessarily because I have any issue with them, but because we're going to play with these tomorrow, and I'm not super comfortable, I guess, with that point of attachment. It looks really flimsy, like that might break, and I've already had a little bit of problem with stuff either not quite fitting or looking like it's cracking. So what I'm going to start doing is gluing some of these kind of pieces onto the side of the blaster. I've got my gold snakeskin hydro dip, which is looking all the way pretty, and then this crazy blue thing that's Chappy's that I don't really care about. Ooh. So what? Ooh, ooh. You want to say what?
Oh shit, put me on the spot here. Alright, I was talking about these handles over here. I don't think that having to cut your metal prime bars that come on the Sentinel and replace it with this is at all necessary or even a good idea.
I mean, to me personally, like, one of the perks of the Sentinel is the metal prime bar.
I agree with you. That's a big selling point over the sling fire to the Sentinel.
Sure.
So I think these Sentinels should keep their metal primes.
So
I'm not sure this is completely necessary, but
I think the idea is because one of the common complaints about that prime is
they don't like
they're too small.
They're too
and
small.
So this is to make it a little
A
larger.
bigger handle, yeah, but then it's too small this way, and I feel
well, and to have that point where it might be weak and break, that was what worries me. And I feel like the uncomfortable priming handle, if you either plastidip it or you're a Rust-Oleum leak seal guy.
Yeah, Rust-Oleum leak seal. That's where it's at.
I think that's going to make it very comfortable. I mean,
rubberize your metal prime.
Rubberize your metal prime and go to work.
There you go.
All right, so there are the plastic side piece replacements. That's all the Sentinel Union stuff. It's got the Sentinel Union logo. And then I've got the first real malfunction of the whole thing. This jam door is supposed to... You're supposed to cut this guy out here, and then you've got a 3D printed jam door. And this one actually has my name in it because it's super sweet, but it broke. It broke in a couple places. Right here, somewhere back here too. So this whole thing has been orange craft plastic back together, and then it's going to get epoxied into place on here. Because I've kind of made the decision that just for the internals, all we're doing is doubling the springs. And then mine will never open again. So it will play. I will play with it until it breaks, and then it'll just get hung on the wall. There's the internals, looking all internally, doubled spring.
We fucking start filming. It does work.
It does work.
Are we filming right now?
Yep.
All
right. So this is this thing all put together, and it is a thing.
It is a well-designed kit. What I think the main issue here is, what I suspect the main issue here is just tolerances on his machine and fill qualities. You know, what percent fillage he's using, and just the tolerance on the machine. Because some of this stuff, right there on the, let's get the Evan B, looks a little rough. You can see the Picatinny rails kind of popping up a bit where we had to screw them down. So, although truth be told, we didn't use all 8 screws.
That's very true.
So,
I mean, it's a very good-looking kit. The print quality is obviously affecting the aesthetics.
I think it's just the settings on his printer is what happened.
Yeah. We had a couple. That's another thing that I know that he told me that there were instructions somewhere online for this, but
no. Evan just relied on Duke for instructions.
Whatever, dude.
I drilled some holes.
But yeah, you can see I did this guy here. I realized after I had glued this plate down that a screw needed to go in there. Yeah. So we had to drill a hole for the screw.
Oh, I didn't even notice
should be another one over here.
When we drilled that down, the screw went through the screw hole.
Oh, that's pretty. It's just really a pretty blaster hole.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For those of you actually looking
for... Where I taped it off.
Yeah, where we taped that off. Those of you actually looking for instructions on how to put this together, they should be able to be found on the maker's Thingiverse.
Yeah, and I know he posted them in the Sentinel Union on Facebook too.
Right, so those of you that subscribe to the glorious Sentinel Union,
I will
find those there.
I will leave links to all this stuff in the description of this video. But as a whole, this is the build.
This is the kit.
I think the hydro dip came out pretty cool. Now that I'm seeing some of that gold come through.
Yeah, obviously there's a huge portion here where the snakeskin didn't quite happen. Here. There is some on the back there.
But it lets that gold shine through, so that's kind of cool. We got a couple spots in here.
Yeah. It happened in the same spot, like right in the middle on both of them.
So
at least it was consistent in its failure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm satisfied. I mean, definitely a fun one to hang on the wall. All right, guys.
Okay, so here about a couple minutes. If you already use Evan's Sentinel, as you can tell, it's sweet as hell.
This has got the Anthony Kendall Thingiverse 3D printed kit on it. We got the stock. I don't have the prime lever. This is actually just a rubber coated normal prime lever. It's got all the Sentinel Union marking stuff on it. We've got a fixed jam door, barrel shroud, and then this Picatinny rail, and then the extended mag release.
Don't use the 25 round drum because we tested that, and every time it fired, it just dropped.
Yeah,
an 18er on this.
The new mag release is not heavy enough to hold a drum fully loaded in it, so you got to kind of stick to stick mags on this.
His spill ratio is just all over the place.
I like this.
Why does this look like it's been hot glued together? Has it?
Has.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't fit otherwise.
And it broke.
It's even been marked.
Because it broke.
It's even been branded.
Even be.